What's going on YouTube? It's your boy living in London, back again. You know the deal already. If you haven't, it means the world to your boy. If you subscribe, comment, like, share. If you do subscribe, hit the notification bell on the top right hand corner. So every time I release a video, you get a notification, I get a view. Sharing's caring, people, and it helps my channel grow. If you haven't already, seriously, what are you waiting for? Follow me on Instagram. It's living_in_LDN, all lowercase. I post different types of content on there, so give your boy a follow. You know the ones there? Come on, we're nearly at 5,000. Anyway, people, I told you every day you're getting it between 7 and 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying my hardest now, people. I'm going to push it. So, yeah, Sam Walker's in prison. What a fucking joke, eh? But to be fair, he didn't only get caught with weed. But at the same time, when you're doing that shit, man, you just got to... Well, you've got to not be wearing Rolexes and being on camera and fucking designer clothes all the time. And you know what I'm saying? Just don't make no sense, people. Anyway, let's get into today's video. So yesterday, I'm chatting to my boy. He just got out of jail, finished a big sentence. He's done like 10 years, I think, or 9 years, something like that, out of a 15-year sentence. And he was a young G at the time. He's still kind of young now, do you know what I'm saying? And we're talking. He said, yeah, did you hear about my man? I'm like, no, what happened? He's like, they went to do a grow yard, about 6 of them. And, they done the yard, got in the yard and that, but a madness happened in the house. There was 2 people in there, and I don't know what happened, but one of the persons died or was murdered, and the other person nearly died. Do you know what I'm saying? And 2 of the boys got 33 years, and 3 of the boys got like 15, 16 years. And the guy that got, the 2 that got the 33 have to do the whole 33. It's a recommendation. So, you know, sometimes people, when you're going on moves, yeah, you're listening to people like fucking, what's his face? Morrison and that, and it sounds all good. You're robbing grow yards, you're seeing videos of people tying up grow yards and all that other stuff. But there's a flip side to that coin. There's people that do not and will not let their shit go quietly. And you're thinking, yeah, you're going to go in there, it's going to be an easy pattern, and sometimes it ain't. I've robbed bare grow yards, people, so I'm a fine one to talk sort of thing. But when I look back on it, I never hurt no one when I was robbing grow yards, because there was never no one in there. And if there was, they'd normally just run off, do you know what I'm saying, instantly. Because when you're robbing grow yards, people, it's you're basically robbing gardeners, do you know what I'm saying? They just got some guy in there. It's not going to be no violent criminal. So more time, if you do catch somebody in a grow yard, you do not have to hurt them. They're going to be terrified as it is. So what a crazy thing though, to go on and move, huh? And then get 33 years. You gotta think, if you're gonna be going on these moves, you want money. You don't wanna hurt no one. And you gotta remember that people ain't gonna let their shit go just for the sake of it. Some people are gonna put up a fight. So you gotta be prepared for that. Don't go with no tools and knives, because it's too easy to use. You know what I'm saying? You pull out a little knife, poke someone, and before you know it, the guy's dead. Even if you stab him in the leg sometimes. You know how many people die from leg wounds? You just got to be careful out here, people. You just got to think, you know, because like, and the guy's only young. The guy's going to be out like when he's 67 now, just from one grow yard. Can you imagine? I'm going to try and interview the guy. He's got a smartie. I don't want to say too much, bait him up and that. But if I can get in contact with him through my pal, then maybe I'll get the guy on and we can talk to him. Because in my head, that's just so peak. Can you imagine 33 years? Like, and someone done a move the other day around here, yeah, and it fucked up, yeah. And it's the same sort of thing now that they're sitting in jail. And it's just like, when you're going to do these moves, it all sounds good. Like, this is what we're going to do, right? We're going to go there, grab a whole load of money and drugs, and we're going to run off. And we're going to just chop it up. And sometimes it works. Sometimes you do get away with it. And other times it can go so terribly wrong. More times you're going to fuck up the grow yard because the plants ain't ready, or the yard's fucking already taken the food out and there's nothing in there. Or it's dead food or something like that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's never, there's meant to be like 20 clicks in there and there's like 2. Do you know? And there's like 5 man. So it never works out, people. I've got so many fucking grow yard stories. And most of them are just flops. Do you know what I'm saying? So shout out to everyone out there that's fucking robbing grow yards. If you are doing it, just don't have no weapons with you, man. Because at the end of the day, you're there for the money, nothing else. You know what I'm saying? And like, this is why I'm getting onto these rappers now, because they are influencing these young kids, and like, they're telling them the pattern, but they're not telling them like everything that comes with it. When you go on a move, it's psychological. Your heart's going to be beating. You're going to be naturally scared. Do you know what I'm saying? And a lot of these rappers, it's like, yeah, go in there, do this, do that. And that's where the violence comes from. Fear. The person's so scared that this other person might fight back or get the better of them, that they go on a madness, stab the guy up. The guy's growing weed, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think these young G's that are out there robbing these grow houses and doing this sort of other madness, if that's your pattern and that's what you do, okay. But at least, like, do it non-violently. Do you know what I'm saying? Leave the people them alone. You know? Because they're only trying to make some money just like you. They have to go in there, fuck them up and do all this other shit. Have you seen the one where Morrison's brother, rest in peace to Morrison's brother, Steve-O the Madman, when he posted that video that when they're in the grow yard and they got that guy on the floor and he's scared, screaming. Grown-ass man screaming, scared. And they're like, oh, kicking him and that. That's extra shit. You don't need to do that kind of stuff, you know? Because, one, it creates more noise. Two, you're getting extra charges if you do get caught. And three, like, just think if the shoe's on the other foot. You know what I'm saying? It always makes me think, like, when people go and do a move and they go and they just go extra, I just think, like, what was the point in that? I've never done that. You know, like, if there's anyone in there, I don't think there's ever been anyone in there, really. You know? So, like, I don't know, people, just think before you act sometimes, because, like, my pal around here, like, that guy, my youngest mate who I was chatting to, like, it can go wrong. And if it goes wrong, just think about, cool, it goes right, we can get some money. And then think about shit if it goes wrong. How far wrong can it go? Because I don't think, like, I never used to think of, oh, what's the worst that can happen? Oh, I might get nicked. That's what you think of. But you don't think, like, there's so many variations to it. You know what I mean? People, it's mad, it's mad, it's mad. What people do for money, you know? And bruv, it's sophisticated now, you know? People using drones, heat-seeking drones and all this other shit. So if you are growing, you got to watch out for the police, you got to watch out for nosy neighbours, you got to watch out for the robbers. Bruv, it's drama, you know what I'm saying? Fucking, it really is better off to just find a legal hustle. Because, see, after this EncroChat thing, even before it, leading up to it, even with this whole COVID thing, there's been a whole shift in, like, the roads and that. The roads are super bait now, super hot. Like, get in the comments, is it me? What about people from your ends, wherever you're from? Is everyone getting nicked where you're from? Because around here, everyone's getting nicked. Young G's, olders, everyone. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it just seems like the game's up now. It really, really does. And shout out to all of my people out there thinking, this guy is mad, I'm making peas on the road. I don't doubt that, bro. I know there's a lot of money out there on the roads. You know what I'm saying? But there's also a lot of other shit. And that other shit is definitely not worth the money. Trust me, I've been there a million times, man. And, like, even sometimes I've done moves. I've fucking done the move, got away with it, but the headache you get after, when they find out it's you and that, you don't even want it. You just want to have the peace of mind again. But you can't go back, you've done it. You don't want to look like a mug, like, oh, here's your stuff back. You know what I'm saying? So my advice is don't fucking rob no one, you cunts. Hey, you know what I mean? But yeah, I know it's a crazy world out there and everyone does what they do. You know, so I try not to judge. I just try to give you guys advice. You know what I mean? Try and fucking... Because there's no, like, olders no more, really, either. Like, the olders are not, like, scared of the youngers, but they either manipulate them so when the youngers get a bit older, they're like, fuck them lot. Or, like, they're just, like, on some fucking crackhead party and shit, and they don't even give a fuck. So there's no influence, really. Do you know, like, to guide these little young fucking mad kids to do the right thing. Because, like, these criminals that get robbed, yeah? Yes, there may be an idiot in the grow yard. Maybe an idiot in the grow yard, or just like some guy who's a gardener, whatever. But the people who run that grow yard and that, they got money, they got time on their hands, and then it's not going to let things go. A lot of times they do, because they may have 10 or 11 and that. But if they know who you are, time's on their side, and they got money and all the other shit. You know what I'm saying? And once you do a grow yard and you chop it up and you smoke a bit of weed, you sell a bit of weed, give a few bit of weed to your boys and that, bruv, like, it's gone, innit? About a week or two, everything's gone and you're back on looking for a new move, looking for a new hustle, looking for a new finesse. You get it? So just like, I don't know, man, just be on point out there. And if you are growing, fuck me, man. Just be careful if you're doing it in London. You know what I mean? Even in Essex, wherever, like, because it's just drama. People really are. Like, I know certain people that have got, like, heat-seeking stuff on their car. They just drive around all day. As soon as they get pings, they write down an address, Mad, you know? So there's really, really people out there on shit, you know? So you just gotta be careful and don't gamble your freedom, your mental health, your fucking physical health. That's the new one. Don't gamble on none of them for money and all that other shit. Because when it comes down to it, it's never worth it. You feel me? It's never worth it. That young G sitting in jail doing 33 years because he made a fucking impulsive decision to try and fucking control the situation, and he went in and fucking stabbed up my man, allegedly, but he has been found guilty and given 33 years. So, you know what I'm saying? Just gotta think sometimes before you act. Shout out to my youngers, shout out to my olders, shout out to everyone out there. Hit the like, subscribe, and comment down below. We're living in London. I'm here every day giving you a video. You know what I mean? Constant content. That's the new vibe. Cool.